Good morning. Today's Wednesday, December 15th, and we're bringing you the latest news making headlines to help start your day.
6 deputies who are charged with felony murder in the 2018 death of an inmate are scheduled to be in court today.
CBS 46's Tori Cooper spoke to the family of the inmate. She starts our coverage in today's Morning News Rewind.
Good morning, Rob. Yeah, family members of 32-year-old Antonio May say for the last 3 years they felt like no one was listening. But today they feel like their voices will finally be heard in court as they work to achieve justice for Antonio.
It means finally some closure for my boys.
For family members of 32-year-old Antonio May, it's been 3 years of heartache after he was arrested for criminal trespass and a warrant from another county in 2018.
I believe we can start healing because now the right thing's been done and they can be held accountable. He didn't deserve this.
After less than 24 hours in custody at the Fulton County Jail, May suffered a mental health crisis, removed his clothes, and refused to comply with staff, prompting officers to tase, beat, and illegally restrain him in a chair and spray him in the face with a hose. Records also show he suffered a cardiovascular collapse and died shortly after in the jail. All 6 officers were arrested last month and will now face murder charges. Now, in addition to those felony murder charges, all 6 deputies will also face aggravated assault charges, battery, and 2 counts for violating their oath of office. We will have all of your court coverage right here this afternoon, so make sure you tune in right here to CBS 46. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
Tori, thanks. Right now it's 6:37. We're keeping an eye on today with the other stories you need to know.
We now know a mail carrier is among the 2 people who were shot at an apartment complex that happened on Middleton Road. The victim told police she was delivering mail at that location Monday night when she was shot. A man who was nearby was also hit. Both were rushed to the hospital. They're considered to be stable right now. Investigators say the victims have no idea who shot at them.
COVID-19 has now claimed over 800,000 lives in the United States. Members of Congress last night held a moment of silence to honor the lives lost. The U.S. is currently averaging 120,000 new COVID cases per day.
This afternoon, CEOs from American, Southwest, Delta, and United will address a Senate Transportation Committee on Capitol Hill. Lawmakers want an update on the mass cancellations that happened earlier this year and the $50 billion in aid those airlines got during the pandemic.
Today, parents are set to receive their last monthly child tax credit payment. That's unless Congress acts to extend it for another year. Eligible families have been receiving monthly payments of up to $300 per child since July.
And there's a new list from Wallet Hub shows Atlanta is one of the best cities to ring in the new year. The website ranked the top places to celebrate based on 28 different factors, including food and entertainment, cost, and safety. New York City was number 1 on that list. It was followed by Vegas, Orlando, and Miami.
Just about 6:45 this morning, developing city officials in East Point are announcing changes they believe will make the city safer.
This comes after 2 men were recently shot and killed. Our Trayson Bragg is live this morning at East Point City Hall with new details on that. Trayson, good morning.
Good morning, Gavir. Yeah, the new police chief here in East Point, he just accepted his position this week, and he's already making big changes, all in the name of safety. Now, the number 1 change that Chief Sean Buchanan says he's instituting to help East Point become safer is adding police patrols. The chief says moving forward, every East Point officer, regardless of rank, will patrol the streets. That includes deputy chiefs, majors, and captains as well. In addition to that, the department increased officer overtime and agency budget. The changes come after these 2 men were tragically shot and killed in the city. Officials say the day after Thanksgiving, Juan Lopez was gunned down during a ATM robbery, and cancer survivor Knox Panter was killed right outside his own home when he caught thieves breaking into his car.
These families will never be the same. I am very sorry that happened, but the least we can do is do our jobs and bring you closure. It takes a community to solve crime. Someone knows something.
Yeah, and if you're that person who knows something, the chief is also asking you, better yet begging you, to please call the Atlanta Crime Stoppers tip line or East Point PD and report what you know so they can solve these deadly crimes. Reporting live in East Point, I'm Trayson Bragg, CBS 46 News.
All right, Trayson, thanks. And Atlanta leaders are launching a new project to try to make your neighborhoods more visible. Mayor Bottoms kicked off the Light Up the Night initiative. The city's going to install 10,000 new streetlights in areas of high crime and crashes. Those new lights are going to cover more than 3,000 roads across more than 100 Atlanta neighborhoods. The mayor says the changes will help reduce crime in Atlanta by 20%.
All right, now here's a look at the COVID-19 headlines from across the country.
Amtrak is relaxing its vaccination policy. The company CEO says Amtrak will reinstate regular testing. That'll be an alternative to vaccinations. Amtrak says nearly 96% of its employees are vaccinated or have an exemption.
Kroger is ending some benefits for unvaccinated employees. Right now, the supermarket chain offers 2 weeks off if an associate contracts COVID or is experiencing symptoms. Starting January 1st, employees who have not gotten a COVID vaccination will not be eligible for that benefit.
Apple is reinstating mask mandates at all of its stores here in the U.S. over concerns about rising COVID cases. The company had gradually been relaxing mask requirements in some cities. Apple says masks were mandatory at about half of its stores prior to this week's policy change. Yeah, and I know the Apple store, anywhere you go around here, is pretty busy.
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, wear
Good
that
luck.
mask. It is 6:47 and trending this morning. O.J. Simpson is again a free man as his parole comes to an end in Nevada.
Our Brooks Baptiste joins us with a look at the stories topping your social media feeds. And I guess number one, is OJ.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can imagine, a lot of folks talking about this. We've learned that officials granted O.J. Simpson an early parole discharge last week. And although his original parole plan was set to expire in February of 2022, we're finding out that the 74-year-old former football hero was discharged 2 months early because of good behavior credits. Simpson had been on parole after being released from prison in 2017 for a Las Vegas kidnapping and armed robbery. And after being sold out this past weekend, folks will have one more chance to get their hands on Heineken's IOU box. Yeah, it's become the go-to gift for actual presents that may be struck in transit. The box features a festive red and green design. It also has an IOU note and a 6-bottle shaped slot to give a 6-pack of Heineken. Yeah, it's a limited edition item and buyers can try for a chance to snatch up one of those novelties this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Developing this morning, firefighters are taking action after that devastating house fire that killed 5 people in DeKalb County.
Our Rebecca Schramm has been covering this story since it first broke early yesterday morning. Rebecca, firefighters really hoping to prevent more tragedies.
They are. Robin Gervier, good morning to you. That fire is what a lot of people here in the Glenwood Road area are talking about this morning. And as fire investigators work to pinpoint exactly what caused the fire, other firefighters are taking the time to make sure families have safety plans. A memorial outside the home on Janet Lane continues to grow as neighbors and friends remember the lives lost when flames ripped through the home Tuesday morning. 3-year-old Angel Regular, her sister, 6-year-old Aaliyah, their mother, 30-year-old Terriana, who had just learned she was pregnant, and 2 great uncles, Timothy Regular and Pedro Coney. 5 others survived.
My daughter called me. She made it out with her 2 kids. And my sister, they made it out. My sister is burned real bad. She's at Grady.
This device right here that we are going to give out, we're going to distribute throughout this community, is that lifesaver.
With the cause of the fire still unknown, DeKalb County firefighters went door to door in the neighborhood, installing free smoke detectors and checking the ones already in place.
It's just sad that, the loss of life, fire, alarms, all of that is real important. So I'm glad that they're replacing them for me.
Now, it's unclear whether that home on Janet Lane had working smoke detectors. If you're interested in getting a new one, you might want to call your local fire department. A lot of times they'll do what the folks in DeKalb County are doing, and that's install one at your home for free. Live near Decatur, Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
Thanks for watching CBS 46 News. Watch us live wherever you are, our mobile and our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.